can change the world. So right now I want you to say to me, I love you. You are beautiful. And you can do anything.
Hey beautiful people, welcome back. We're gonna be discussing some holiday topics that are non-traditional-ish. The first one I want to talk about is being single during the holidays. I myself am single. I mean, of course it's nice to have all of your time to yourself and everything like that, but being single during the holidays is like kind of a drag. You know, you see everybody in their matching pajamas and it's just like, being single during the holidays when you're surrounded by people who are not single during the holidays, I think that makes things worse. Because if all of your friends were single, then it wouldn't be a bad thing. Like me and some of my classmates, last year for Valentine's Day, we decided to do a Galentine's, like all of us that were single. And y'all, that was so nice. Like we got dressed to the nines, like period. We got dressed, went out to a nice dinner at Ruth Chris. And then ended up going, and then ended up going out to a nice section at O2 Lounge. If you're in Houston, you know about that. Had the best night, y'all. Because I'm just an extra person, to take it a step forward, I went to the store and I got all of us these cute little Valentine's Day bags with a balloon, chocolates and stuff like that. But it's really, I think it's really easy to endure holidays when you have friends like that. But when you have friends that are in serious long-term relationships, you have siblings that are married, about to be married, all that type of stuff, it's a little iffy. In the past, I don't know if this was a toxic trait or if like this was a bad thing to do, but there have been years, like I think last year was definitely one of those years, where on Thanksgiving and Christmas, I really wasn't on social media like that because I didn't want to see, like, I didn't want to have to see that for it to make me feel worse. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I definitely did like tell myself like, yeah, I'm just not gonna do Instagram today because I don't feel like making myself feel bad. Do whatever works for you. Whatever you need to do that. Don't let anybody try to tell you how to feel. Because that's the thing. People really try to tell you how you're supposed to feel. They're like, well, why would you da 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 da. Nobody is you. Nobody feels what you feel. That doesn't mean every single feeling you have is correct. But don't let people invalidate it at the same time. Like, you really have to find a balance. You have to be introspective enough to put yourself in your place. Because I know plenty of people who their feelings are literally, I don't want to say their feelings are wrong, but it's like they might be wrong in having those feelings to the extent they have them, but it's gonna take for them to look inside themselves and tell them that, because nobody can tell them that. I think sometimes like being single during the holidays, it can just make it not feel like the holidays. Like when you're in that weird space where you're not a kid anymore, so there's nobody that's like making an effort to make the holidays magical for you, but you're also not in a relationship or you don't like have a family or anything like that. So it's just kind of like, okay, I'm here. And I'm glad this year for Thanksgiving it went a lot better. But for a while I was convinced like Thanksgiving is one of those holidays I felt like I could probably pass on this because I don't have anywhere to, I don't want to say I don't have anywhere to go, make it sound like I don't have family. I have family, love my family, but I always fly home for Christmas. So it's like Thanksgiving was one of those holidays, I don't know. When you're married, you go to your husband's side of the family that are like, I don't have that. And so I feel like sometimes when you don't have a family or a significant other, holidays can make you feel very misplaced when your family doesn't have a strong tradition. And like, oh, we get together and we go to so-and-so's house, which my family definitely used to have that, but you know, things change over the years, which brings me to my next topic. Y'all, I'm talking too much. Let me finish my eyebrows and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I finished my brows, but let's talk about loss of tradition. or morning of tradition, because I feel like that's what I've been going through, and I couldn't put my finger on what was wrong, why I started feeling this way about holidays. Because I think like Christmas, if done right, can be one of the most magical times ever. We're not even gonna talk about, some people are like, this is a Hallmark holiday and dot dot dot. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm saying this world can suck sometimes. Should we not take the magical season if we can get one? That's my stance on it. I love the lights. Sorry, I'm looking over like in this mirror because I just am, okay? Just listen to the conversation. I really like enjoyed the lights and the thrill and just like, the feeling of magic. Just love it. I love it during Christmas. And so I'm like, why the heck am I starting to feel like this about these holidays? And what I've pinpointed it to be is really a morning of tradition. Like when I was young, like the first house that we lived in, y'all, is something so nostalgic. So we used to have these high ceilings in the living room. Like the living room was a high ceiling. So the Christmas decorations that were in the living room, a light up house that went on a table in the living room, and the combination of like those lights, the Christmas tree lights, used to bounce off of the high ceiling, and I used to be able to see it when I was laying in my bed in my room. And that's something that's like so vivid. And I don't know, I just loved like the magic of it. Like, oh my God, you're starting to see the gifts appear under the tree. You could barely sleep on Christmas Eve. You wake up, you're like, ah. I miss that, you guys. I really do. Yeah. And even as we moved into my grandmother's house, like there was just a thrill that came with it. Even as I got into my older ages, like in high school, middle school and stuff like that, even I got a thrill just from like waiting to see how people responded to the gifts that I got them. I hate shopping for guys. I do, because normally guys' gifts are more expensive, and if they're picky, it's harder to shop for them. Like my dad, not a fan of shopping for him. My brother isn't the worst because he's really into books, so I know I can always get him. I wouldn't even attempt to buy him an actual book because I feel like he would have read it or already has it or something like that. But you can get him a journal and he will be, you know, I feel like my brother's a little bit easier to shop for. That's one of my drawbacks. But like for women, especially if you're an average feminine woman, oh, it's easy for me to get you a gift, for real. But I like seeing, you know, how people even respond to the gifts that I got them because I picked them out especially for them. But you know, that's not a thing anymore. I still get my best friend gifts. We still get each other gifts. So I love that for us because me and my best friend did the most. We're still doing the most, just on a smaller scale. This year we decided to do, normally we would get each other 6, 7, like a lot of gifts. But this year we're narrowing it down to 3 gifts. So it's gonna be something new, which is just something new that we want. So like my best friend said she wants this little foot chair, like this little foot thingy to go under her desk to help her circulate, whatever, you know? And I want a planner, this planner that I use. Very like practical things, just something new that we want. That's one thing. The second thing is going to be something sentimental. A picture book, or like, you know how they have the keychains that you can scan, it takes you to a playlist maybe about the person. Just something that will make you cry. We're doing, yeah, something new, something sentimental, and then something that will help grow you. It could be a book, or if you're into working out, it could be a workout outfit, whatever. So I think that is really going to make things nice for us because normally, like I say, we do the most. Being able to put all of our energy into these 3 gifts is much better because y'all in high school, even though we're talking about Christmas, let me just tell you some of the stuff that we used to do. One time for her birthday, I decided I'm gonna do this thing where I act like I forgot her birthday. So all day in school, didn't mention nothing about it. And then in our last period, you know, I had some spies behind the scenes help me out with it. In last period, my Spanish teacher, I had already prearranged with her. She let me do cake and balloons and everything. And I was like, can I go to the bathroom, senora? And went to the bathroom. I really went to my car to go get all the stuff. So I came back with balloons, a cake, and she was just like, She was like, I was so mad at you because I thought you forgot my birthday. I could never. And then when she got to her locker after Spanish class, it was decorated completely, because you know how we used to decorate lockers in high school. Love that. Like, there's something nice about just feeling appreciated. Like, birthdays and holidays, if done right, just makes you feel so loved. Like, you'll know somebody loves you. It's just different. Like, it's just different. So yeah, but I'm really happy about our 3 gift things. Like, I don't think Christmas doesn't have to be, or like holidays don't have to be overly complicated. Y'all, I love a good what's that called? I love a good Secret Santa. Me and my line sisters did Secret Santa. I think, did we do it for 2? Yeah, we did it for 2 years in a row using this website called Elfster. And it makes it super simple because Elfster automatically, like, once everybody registers and signs up, and there's a deadline to join, Elfster mixes all the names up, assigns everybody a person to get a gift for, and everybody has a wish list. So, and it's just online. So you just order it online and it automatically goes to their address, and that's it. Low key, next year I might try to convince my family to at least do a Secret Santa. This year we decided no gifts, so okay. Well, I didn't decide that. I let them decide that. Because I don't want to be the only one like, no, I want to do gifts. I might convince them to try to do a Secret Santa just because I think that is so fun. Even if it's not through Elfster, you could do a Secret Santa and do like a $20 limit, $30 limit. Like something simple. It does not have to be tough. So I'm working through, you know, the loss of tradition. I was having I think it was Michael Jackson. I was having like a Michael Jackson syndrome, especially around like Thanksgiving time. Well, no, Christmas time too, just holidays. I was having Michael Jackson syndrome because y'all know how in the movie The Jackson American Dream, like all of Michael's siblings started getting married and like leaving home, and he was just kind of sad. Y'all, that's me sometimes. Because being in your like 20 somethings where you're not established, having your own place and having a significant other you're serious about, it's like sometimes you can just kind of be left in limbo, like mentally. Because to me, like, holiday has a theme. Like, you know how like holidays are kind of surrounded around a home environment or like a home feeling. When everybody's going to different places and you feel like you don't have a home, and hear me out. If you get it, you get it. I don't really know how to explain it, but it was starting to make me sad because it's like everybody, you know, they're going to visit this family and so-and-so's family, and it's like, I'm just here. Some people be like, well, what are you gonna do for Thanksgiving? I'm like, honey, I don't know. Might just nap all day. But I think I'm getting past that now. I am. Because, bringing me into my last topic, I saw a post on Instagram, and I'll pop it up on the screen. This post kind of like slapped me in the face and was like, girl, shut up. Because it was saying something like, before y'all talk about how holidays aren't the same anymore, create your own holiday magic or something like that. So I was like, you know, you're right, because they caught me right in the midst. Because, honey, that's me every year. Like, oh, this isn't the same. Or a lot of times I'm like, oh, maybe holidays will hit again when I have a family that I like. Not when I have a family, because y'all, I am not saying that I do not have a family or a good family. When I have a family of my own, because everybody is starting to branch into their different like married lives, or not wanting to, like, not feeling the holidays as much, which is fine. People can have their, you know, people grow, people start doing different stuff, but it just tends to leave me like, I don't know what the heck to do. Especially because it's not like I'm a bah humbug. I want to do stuff and I want to feel it. But when you're used to, like, I've learned that I'm a person that is kind of resistant to change. And I want to change that about myself, because change is going to happen no matter what. So I feel like that's not a good quality. That's not a good quality that I have, because once I get used to things happening a certain way, or I get used to certain people constantly being in my life, I have a very difficult time accepting it. Y'all, for real, when I graduated 8th grade, I cried at graduation, and mind you, all of us were still going to be in the city of Chicago. But it was just like, we're not going to see each other every day anymore. I have a tough time with changes like that, for real. It's actually really bad. I had to come to Houston for my grad program. Y'all, my best friend spent the night with me, and she started crying first, which I didn't expect. But yeah, she started crying, honey. I started crying. And it took everything, oh, now I'm getting emotional now. It took everything out of me not to like cry the entire flight here. Like when I got here, I was so sad because I'm like, bro, my best friend. We've been going to school together and been together almost every single day since high school and all of undergrad. So that was like a huge change, but I'm happy now. I can come visit, she can come visit, and we don't cry when we're leaving, so that's good. Even though we're far, we see each other, you know, multiple times. We still talk to each other every day. But I realized, yeah, I have a tough time with change. Like when I'm used to things being a certain way and I like them, I expect it to stay like that, but that's not realistic. Even like my classmates for grad school, with some of them moving. Y'all, one of my classmates, and this one is probably hitting me the hardest because Nia, if you're watching this, I love my girl Nia, and y'all, she's moving back home, and I'm just like, I haven't sat down with it for enough time to actually like soak it in and be sad about it because I'm trying not to. But that really does make me sad, y'all, because I love Nia, and she's always one of those people, you know, like once you finish with school, it can be hard to keep up those connections, especially because like, it's easy for people to answer the phone when, you know, y'all are trying to do an assignment or you trying to get help, they're trying to get help. But like once you graduate, maintaining those connections can be difficult with some people because they're off living life and aren't as easily accessible. But Nia has always been one of those people like who is down to ride. Nia will call, be like, hey, you trying to go to Gloria's tonight? Yes. Or we can call Nia and be like, Nia, you trying to have a movie night tonight? Yes. So the fact that she is leaving Houston, oh my God, y'all, I'm really sad about it actually. And we're having like a going away hurrah weekend for her next weekend, so I'm gonna be recording that. But yeah, I am working on doing better with change, but it's hard for me. So back, I got completely off topic. So back to creating your own magic through new traditions. When I saw that, I was like, you know, you're right. And I felt like they were talking to me because, honey, I was about to jump right on my soapbox.
Holidays aren't the same. Like, people...
Okay, I'm getting it back together, sorry. But one holiday tradition that I like, me and my best friend have thrown a party we call Litmas for, this will be our 4th Litmas. So every year it changes and grows into something new, but of course we're having that. I decided like, you know what, I'm gonna do a family game night on Christmas Eve. Since most of us will be here. I said everyone will be here. Everyone won't be here. My sister won't be there. But since a lot of us will be there, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a family game night. Normally it's just me, my mom, and my nephew. But I thought it would be nice to open it up and like actually plan things. So I have some fun things planned if you all have any family games that you love, but it's not your average game night. So we're not playing like Uno, spades, and actually y'all, so I know how to play spades, but I hate playing spades for real because people are so competitive about spades, and I'm like, I'm not on that. When I say I'm not on that level, I don't mean in terms of like I can't really play. I can play, but I don't like the competitiveness and the seriousness that comes with spades, so I don't really play it. Heck, Uno is on its way out because, honey, I've almost lost some friends over Uno just because, you know, people like, oh no, like y'all, I like lighthearted games like Heads Up. So yeah, it's not your average game night. So I'm trying to do like minute to win it games. I just want to make it really cute, really fun, and something that we can just be like, wow, that was a great time spent with each other. That wasn't we're all home because of a funeral or, you know, something like that. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm excited about it because Lord knows I need some magic. And if any of you all understand what I'm talking about, please sound off in the comments because I think sometimes us 20-somethings that come from like a good family, a good household, it's just me. It's not me, but it's me. It's me. Because I completely understand that there are people that are estranged from their family, who no longer talk to their family. There are people who are going through divorces. Like, there are people in much worse situations, but I'm not gonna let that invalidate the feelings that I'm feeling, because my feelings are valid as well. So I feel like some of us 20-somethings can understand this. Like, some of us can. So if you can, please let me know. Because it's a different and it's a weird type of, like, I won't call it a holiday depression, but like holiday sadness, you know? It's from a different source, but like I said, you're not going to invalidate how I feel, because that's how I feel. So I'm working on finding ways to change that. And I feel like that's the difference between this year and previous years. Previous years, I might just journal about it and go to sleep. That's one of my mechanisms, y'all. When I'm sad, I go to sleep. In particular, when I'm sad, let me tell you what I like to do in this order. I like to listen to gospel music, cry, and then go to sleep. And then when I wake up, I am anew. So I just, you know, wanted to talk about that because I feel like other people can relate. And I just wanted us to be able to come together in the bonds of holiday sadness that we are overcoming. But please, y'all, do not let that, especially if you're a person who used to love the holidays, y'all, do not let these things take your joy. Try to find your way around them, because I'm navigating my way around them, or I'm working on it this year. So I have high hopes. Like I said, Thanksgiving went well. Like, Thanksgiving was nice and relaxed, and I was like, okay, cool. Up next, Christmas and New Year. Stay tuned. But I'm going to finish up my makeup and then come back and let you all see the final product. All right, you all, and I'm back. You know, just a little neutral, natural beat. But yes, I'm in pajamas. I'm going to a pajama party. So this is the look. And I tried to do a braid out, but braid outs aren't my thing. I'm a twist out girl, so it's pent up. But I hope you all enjoyed that chit chat. It was just something that was on my heart, because I felt like this for a minute. Bryson Tiller, when he was releasing his Christmas album, and he said, like, this is, you know, a different Christmas for those who are going through da-da-da-da. Everybody's like, oh, his album is so good. I thought it was trash, but that's just me. That's a different story. But yeah, I just wanted somebody to be able to hopefully relate and just know that things are going to look up. You can create your own magic, and don't let changes in whatever it is, your environment, your family dynamic, just how things are during the holidays, don't let those changes get you down. You change with it. If it pivots, you pivot with it to do something that's going to make you happy. Don't let being single, don't let tradition changing deter you from having a great holiday season. And even if you just you choose to, you know, steer away from social media and turn inward, do that as well. Do whatever you need to keep your peace and to stay happy. So I hope you all enjoyed. Be blessed, and I'll see you on the next.
It's time to post up. It's your credit, girl. Eat at it, get your bag.